At the age of 26, in the past 2 years, my 2 online businesses have made over $1 million. I'm going to put some screenshots on the screen to show you because I believe that you can't trust everything you see on the internet. And in this video, I'm going to share the 3 lessons that I've learned while making $1 million so that after watching this video, you can either get to $1 million sooner or just in general make more money through your online business. So getting straight into it, as I've said, my businesses have made over $1 million. If getting to this point is that you need to aggressively reinvest. Just because my 2 businesses have made over $1 million, that does not mean that I have pocketed $1 million. In fact, it's actually far from it. I've aggressively reinvested back into my businesses. My one business is a software business that I have funded entirely myself. I haven't taken any outside funding. And if I've learned anything through this journey, I would say that you massively need to reinvest, whether it's going back into paid ads, going into masterminds, whatever it is, whether you're leveling up your business, whether you're leveling up yourself, whether you're investing into future client acquisition channels, no matter what you're doing, you need to make sure that you're aggressively reinvesting back into your business. Because remember, the money that's in your business bank account is not your personal money. It's the business's money. And as a business owner, it's your duty to reinvest back into the business to grow that pot. How I've approached it, I've always made sure that I've had 6 months worth of runway. So if my business spends $15K a month just to keep going, just to sort of cover everything, I make sure that I have 6 times that in the bank account at all times. So around $100,000. So if shit hits the fan, if anything goes wrong, I've always got 6 months in the bank to make sure that I can run the business. Anything on top of that, I then aggressively reinvest into it in order to grow our revenue, grow our client acquisition channels, etc., etc. I was always told that making that first million was always the most difficult part, and I haven't got to 10 million yet, so I can't tell you that. However, I found in order to get to that first million, as long as you've got at least 6 months worth of expenses in the bank, I've just found that the first and most important lesson is just reinvest into it to make sure that you're always growing, you're not just resting on your laurels, and you're always looking to go above and beyond of where you are right now. The second thing that I've learned is how you do something is how you do everything. I'm a massive believer that the tiny little details that go into your business, even what goes into yourself personally, you know, the time that you wake up, the thing that you do in the first hour of the day, heck, even like how you respond to emails, those tiny little details that you may sometimes overlook, that you may sometimes just think, you know what, those don't matter. I'm a massive believer that how you do something is how you do everything. If you're slacking in one area of your life, in your business, that may just start off with something small. However, those habits will start to creep into the bigger things that you do and ultimately start creeping into your business. Now, I've made a ton of mistakes along this journey of getting to $1 million. However, one thing that I've always tried to stick to is how I do something is how I do everything. Whether that be working on a client that pays me $15 a month or working on a client that pays me $10,000 a month, I try and approach it with the same mindset that, you know, that $15 a month client could one day become a $1,000 a month client, a $10,000 a month client. I try and take care of every tiny little detail. And while sometimes people do say to me that my standards are too high and that I hold other people to high standards, you know, I'm not going to apologize for those high standards because, as I've said, those tiny little details compound into big little details further down the road. And if you want to earn more money online, if you want to get to your first million, if you want to get to your first 10 million, I believe that how you do something is how you do everything. And it's the same approach that your team members should have, and definitely the same approach that you should have as a business owner. The third thing that I've learned as my businesses have made $1 million in the past 2 years is that money loves speed. Far too often I see people where it's like, let's say they've got a meeting, I don't know, at 5 p.m. on a Thursday or, you know, in the afternoon on a Friday. They'll say, oh, I'll get that over to you on Monday. No. Money loves speed, and I've found the faster that I've got things done, the faster I've just made things happen. That's led to more money now and more money in the future, because I've just found that there's this natural law of attraction to getting shit done, to moving things forward, and the money that comes as a result of it. I've seen a lot of people in the past 2 years who weren't necessarily were probably actually more talented than me, probably actually knew more about business, probably had a better starting position in terms of the money that they were earning 2 years ago compared to what I was earning 2 years ago. But I have very quickly overtaken them. I'm very quickly making more money than them, growing a bigger business than them, more money personally than them, because they're slow. I've seen the sort of things that they've done in the past 6 months, and they're not constantly just going fast on things. They take too long to get stuff done. And the stuff that it takes them a month to do, I'm doing in a couple of days, because I just massively believe that money likes speed. And if you want to grow your business, if you want to earn more money personally, if you just get things done faster, if you follow up much faster, if you send that email much faster, that doesn't mean rushing it. It just means getting quality done as soon as possible. I guarantee you that you'll make more money because, as I've said, there's a natural law of attraction. If you're getting stuff done faster in order to make more money, as long as it's still high quality, then you will start earning more money. Of course, that means working into evenings. Of course, that means working weekends. But ultimately, those are the sacrifices that you need to make if you want to make more money. So there it is, guys. That is the lessons that I've learned as my businesses have made over $1 million in the past 2 years. Now, I'm hoping moving forward that my businesses are going to be making $1 million in the next 1 year alone, over $1 million. So if you found this content helpful, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel where I'm going to be sharing more lessons, mistakes, and just a journey as I grow my online businesses, particularly my software business, which is something that I document a lot on this YouTube channel. Thanks again, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video.